We're coming to you here from the Ingram Micro Cisco Experience Center, here to recap Cisco's Cisco Live, the week that was. I'm Dan Stewart, an engineer in our Business Transformation Center, and joining with me here I have Tom Mann and Matt White, and we're excited to talk all things Cisco Live. There were some big announcements that happened and some themes that were here as well, and a couple things you want to take away is just those topics. The theme that we really heard was hybrid work, continuation of what we've been going through over the past 2 years, continuing its momentum, and that was really brought on the main stage itself, showing that it's a continuing force, a continuing business momentum in driving that forward in our industry. Also was all things cloud, and I think that's where it makes sense to kind of start our focus here, is how Cisco continues to innovate and adopt in the cloud platform. My main focus when I talk to my customers is the Cisco Meraki and Catalyst platforms on the enterprise network side of the house. One of the announcements, probably one of the largest announcements at Cisco Live, was really the unification or the collaboration between those two entities of the Cisco EN portfolio, namely their Catalyst switch offerings, and the Meraki Cloud Managed Dashboard, where we're seeing that the Catalyst switching platform is going to have the ability to leverage Meraki's cloud management infrastructure for both monitoring and management coming at a later date. I think this is pretty exciting because we're always looking at ways to manage our networks better, and Cisco has had a lot of tools to do that, but it really was a divide and conquer type approach. You really had to know that you wanted to get into a conversation of on-prem or a cloud-based solution based on the hardware that you wanted to go and procure. So you had to make a choice. Am I going the Meraki path, or am I going a Catalyst path, and maybe I do a hybrid environment, but my management platforms are in two different buckets. Now we can start bringing those worlds together, where with the Catalyst switching platform, we can now start using many models of that switching family in a monitoring mode. And leveraging our Meraki infrastructure, Meraki Cloud Dashboard, from the cloud, I can now start monitoring my switch and bring that into maybe an existing Meraki environment, or if I didn't even have Meraki at all, use the cloud to start monitoring my switching environment. If we so chose, coming in a later date, is managing our Catalyst switching hardware, specifically the 9300 series switch, in the Meraki Cloud Dashboard, with again more models coming at later dates. That's a little bit different of a conversation because now we're taking the management off of the Catalyst on-prem platform and putting that solely in the Meraki Cloud, joining other Meraki Cloud platform switches and devices to really bring that central management idea to fruition. So that's pretty powerful, that we're going to see that continued evolution of the Meraki brand into Cisco moving alongside with Meraki, and just continuing that cloud first story that Cisco continues to talk about in their messaging as well. Now, Tom, I think there were some other cloud options and things that were brought about at Live.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Very intriguing on the Meraki side. I'm excited to see that stuff come out.
Me too.
So, yeah, big time. But really, cloud management is where we're at. One of the things we have with Cisco is security. I cover security. And the big deal is managing firewalls. For years, they had cloud managers. They have on-prem managers. One of the on-prem managers is Firewall Management Center. Very rich, powerful, meant for security ops or SIOPs. They now just announced a cloud version of the Firewall Management Center, which actually is going to be very powerful, allowing you to fully integrate it with Cisco Defense Orchestrator, but give you all the management capabilities of the on-prem in the cloud. So we're looking real forward to that one, big time.
Yeah, and we also heard that Nexus Cloud is coming to help with the dashboard management, following Intersight, which is cloud management for UCS. We're seeing the data center infrastructure with Nexus Cloud pop out, as well as App Dynamics in the cloud as well. So these more on-prem deployments that we're traditionally seeing in data center worlds, continue to move into a cloud-first mindset. Servers, switching, apps is all becoming cloud managed, and more to come, and just continues, the focus of not only Cisco but the industry to really take advantage of the cloud first mindset, their CX methodology to get the adoption and growth of these platforms. Really makes it easier with the cloud-based deployment, let alone the continued force with managed service providers as well. Cloud is really a benefit to those types of designs.
We've been doing cloud for a while on the collaboration
Yeah,
side.
that's true.
But I mean, we've had some great announcements around cloud as well. So if you've been looking at WebEx Contact Center at all, but didn't have the authorizations in place to actually be able to sell it yet, well, guess what? You now can. You just need CSAS authorization now. You don't have to go through all the other advanced ones. You just sell the piece on top of it that allows for Cisco to get in there and pretty much do the implementation for you. And now you can sell WebEx Contact Center, which is a cloud contact center environment. And it really gives people the ability to work from anywhere. And that's one of the other big announcements that Cisco made over Live, was that the AI piece that's built into a lot of their software, a lot of their cloud software that dictates what's your voice versus the background noise, that's been built into meetings for a while. And they've just started integrating that into calling as well. And that's something that they're actually integrating into the contact center, to where you can have somebody be not just you on the WebEx side making your noise be removed, but somebody else that's joining from a completely separate system. It can actually recognize what that person has as their foreground versus background, and you can turn off that background noise to make it clearer for you to be able to hear them if they're in a busy environment, they're driving down the highway.
Right.
Things like that are great ways to help improve that experience for your associates.
Awesome. Yeah, and that's, the collaboration platform is really a pinnacle piece of the hybrid work mindset, right? So the work from anywhere, work from home, work from the office, and collaboration is probably one of the glues that really bolsters ourselves in that conversation of working from anywhere, because everything we do is collaboration mindset, right? Voice, video, whatever it may be. Cisco continues to innovate on that, let alone what they announced, the partnership with Ford and the Ford truck with WebEx inside of there.
Yeah, that's another big one. So if you want to actually be able to have your meetings while in your car, like, you can actually integrate that through your infotainment system and actually have that inside the Ford vehicles.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's two giant companies kind of coming together and recognizing there's a workforce on the go, and using something as secure, reliable as WebEx, and then do that on a work from anywhere type platform like a vehicle is a great showcase to the continued innovation of Cisco across the platforms here. So we're just scratching the surface on anything that happens with Cisco Live, but we're liking to bring this information to you and hope that we can work with you further, going to our partnervoyage.com website, here at our Business Transformation Center, helping you work with anything we can do here at Ingram Micro for your Cisco needs. Thanks.